Hello, and welcome to MOCS Archive, a podcast where psychology meets productivity. I am Charulata Wankhede, and today we are talking about one of the biggest challenges in work and life: procrastination, and a surprisingly simple trick called the 2-minute rule can help you beat it instantly. So, let's start with the basics. Procrastination is the voluntary delay of intended actions despite of expecting that the delay will make things worse. In simple words, it's when you put off something important, not because you can't do it, but because you choose to avoid it. Psychologists Piers Steele and Tiffany Pichley have studied this extensively, and they described procrastination as a form of self regulation failure. Research shows that up to 20% of adults are chronic procrastinators, and almost everyone does it at some point. The result? Some stressed, most lost productivity, and even harm to mental well-being. So where does this 2-minute rule came from? This idea was first popularized by David Allen, the productivity consultant and author of the book Getting Things Done in 2001. Allen suggested that if a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately instead of writing it down or delaying it. Later, author James Clear expanded on the concept in his best selling book, Atomic Habits 2018. He framed a 2-minute rule to say when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. For example, instead of saying read a book every night, start with read one page. This lowers resistance and build momentum. Why does this rule work? Psychology offers three big explanations. First, the Zeigarnik effect. Proposed by psychologist Bulma Zeigarnik in 1927, it shows that our brain remembers incomplete tasks better than the completed ones. Starting a task even for 2 minutes makes it easier to finish. Second, behavioral activism. In cognitive behavioral therapy, breaking tasks into very small actions help overcome avoidance and builds motivation. Third, implementation intentions. Research by Peter Goldbert's 1999 shows that making specific simple action plans increases follow through. The 2-minute rule acts as a mini plan to overcome hesitation. In short, the rule hacks your brain's tendency to resist big tasks by lowering the entry barrier. So, how can you use this today? Here's two ways. One, quick task rule by David Allen. If it's an email reply, filling a document, or filling a small form, and it takes under 2 minutes, do it immediately. And second, habit starter rule, James Clear's version. If the habit feels overwhelming, scale it down to 2 minutes. Want to exercise? Just put your workout shoes. Want to meditate? Sit quietly for 2 minutes. Want to write? Open the document and type one sentence. Once you start, momentum will often carry you forward. And if it doesn't, at least you did something which is better than nothing. Procrastination is natural, but it doesn't have to control you. The 2-minute rule gives you a simple psychologically bad way to trick your brain into action. So here's your challenge. Today, the next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, can I do this in 2 minutes? If yes, do it now. If it's a big goal, shrink it into 2 minutes starter step. This will help you do the task better. Thanks for tuning in to the MOCS Archive podcast. Until next time, beat procrastination one tiny step at a time, because big results often start with just 2 minutes.